everybody thought this was Bob here with the ribs. You know,
Yeah. Wow. Just smile.
Get killed by a scooter. Look at these guys go. Bob, yeah, bro.
Really?
Let's go. Different colors. So again, you're not wearing the same underwear all week, guys. Okay. My mom will still yell at me. So.
What do you think, Ty?
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Hi folks, Bob Serva from Fusion Firearms. We're here on the first day of the NRA convention, starting to just go over our new XF pistols, XP pistols, and the new comp models, which are announced here at the NRA. This will be a full dust cover, approximately 4.6 inch. Again, our XP Pro and a full 9mm comp version. We have the Fusion Vault, which we put a lot of our custom guns in. We've had a lot of feedback from our customers, and one thing that many people are asking for is some custom grade XPs and XF pistols with some different options in that. So we're going to be starting over the next couple of months adding things to the vault, custom XPs and XFs with some various attributes that people have been asking for. They'll be very small runs and very specific and only offered off of our vault for a limited time. A little after 1:30 now in the afternoon. Crowd's been really good so far. Again, extremely high interest in our XF XP pistols and 1911s. So we really appreciate everybody coming by and visiting with us and seeing the new products and that. And also we made the big announcement on the new comp model. So that has been, people have been drooling over that all show. So that we've been real happy about the feedback we're getting on that, on our comp model. And we'll try to accommodate to do some type of pre-order thing because we've had so many people asking about it at the show here. So we'll be back again here soon.
Ready for day 2, got everything set up. If you guys haven't seen the rotary yet, this thing's sweet too. Show them how it closes. Boom. What do you think, Ty?
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Here it is, souped up. No optic on it, but these base plates are coming out soon too.
The amateur show, I ran out the door, forgot my belt, and we had to go to Walmart to get it.
Yeah, I know. My pants have been falling down. Like my jeans yesterday, I was walking around, and my pants were falling constantly.
We're on day 2 now of the NRA show. Been a phenomenal show. Really appreciate all the feedback we're getting from the customer base. There's dealers, there's all types of customers, shooters, military, police people, everything. Good, wide group of people. So we're getting a lot of great feedback on the new XP, the new XP compensated, the XF pistols and our 1911s. And we really thank you for all of that. We're gonna be doing more and more of this. Yesterday was our first day here, and me and Trevin, we flew in, we woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it was early. Got here at the show and we hustled all day at the show. So, last night we were beat. I mean, man, we were just like, give us dinner and let's get some sleep. Now we're kind of rested. I got a story about dinner. We'll do that later. I never got a dinner. I don't know how that happened. I got tacos that were supposed to have fish in it, and it came with like beans and lettuce and nothing in it. So I couldn't figure it out. We had a good night's sleep. We're back here, energized. Man, we're having a great time here, guys, and we really appreciate y'all stopping by. Here we are stopping by Tactical. They're neighbors of ours in Florida, and they make a lot of our holsters and accessories for our holsters and stuff like that. So at the NRA show here, they're right behind our booth, and you know, we love working with these guys, not just because they're local, but they're good people to work back and forth with on projects. So as we're developing and designing new items for the XP and the XF pistol, similar to like our gas pedal, you know, light configurations and accessory rail configurations. As we do that, obviously we got to make changes to a holster. So we like to have companies that really like to work with us on the new products and the new changes that we're doing with the accessory items. Brian and all the folks at Tactical have been just phenomenal working with that. So, you know, and it's super nice that they're so close to where we are. That way we just go down to their factory, show them what we're doing, develop the designs with them, get prototypes, and then once we're done with the prototypes, you know, we get them out to go and shoot and try, and then they give us more feedback on the product. So again, on the holsters, we have a bunch of different levels of holsters, and I think that's important because you got people that, you know, are casual users, you got people who are using them all day long. We got LE that, you know, is really interested in a lot of our products. So the law enforcement side of it, they need special type of holsters. So for us to be able to adapt all that, we really need to be able to work with holster manufacturers, you know, to suit all those needs of that wide customer base. So again, that is just a great thing, and we're glad working with these guys. Regardless if you have, you know, a Fusion product or anything like that, you should check out Tactical, because they make holsters for just a variety of manufacturers, and they've got some, you know, really innovative things about the holsters that actually, especially for like inside the waistband and even outside the waistband, it's not just anymore the traditional clip. Brian's also designed a bunch of these type of accessories that go around the holster to pull them into your body even closer. So again, concealment is better, comfort is better, and the way it holds onto your belt is better. And the way you can bend the polymer, you can actually increase the tension on the holster bringing into your body.
When you guys can see, he makes it for just about everything out there. He's got a ton of different holsters, different brands.
Even revolvers with optics. So, I mean, you know, you've got a lot of features that you're not going to see with a lot of other manufacturers. Other holsters for optics. He's also come up with a new locking system, so it'll lock on the traditional clips, and it will work with any clip. It doesn't have to be a Tactical clip. Attachments for magazines and that also.
And these are the new sidecars.
Yep. He makes tensioners on a lot of the holsters. Tensioners will also tension it, so it's bringing it into your body, presses up against your belt. So again, really nice.
We got
stationary targets
Uh-huh.
and the pop back. You guys have a 2011 now, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
XP Pro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you guys have a booth here?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
right over here.
I've actually wanted to put my hands on that, so I'll have to start
Yeah.
over.
And we're planning on build a little range to be able to shoot steel and do all that kind of stuff. I've actually already built a bunch of targets, just haven't had a chance to go out there and shoot it yet.
So he has, like I said, he has over 500 products, like I said,
Uh-huh.
different target systems.
What's your favorite out of all of them?
So
Stand.
as far as the ones in the booth today,
Uh-huh.
bullseye that I can change to any size and shoot paper.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mean face.
Do they have one of a pretty woman that we can put on the front?
Oh, well, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be careful because my wife's standing here.
Oh no. We're on the hunt for belts now.
Man's pants is falling down here.
Yeah, I forgot my belt at home.
In your belt friend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our belt friend right there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Dead moves, Toms.
You know, as we were walking by, we seen some just beautiful cutlery here. So we're out here with Dead Moose Ops and all their cutlery. Where are you guys from?
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Arkansas, huh? What's going on in Arkansas right now?
Well, we're hoping for a better sports program at this point.
guys got
we're just making
hatchets?
knives. Yeah, we're making knives. Edge edged things to keep you safe, multi-use tools, anything from everyday carry to tactical use, hunting, camping,
Beautiful.
outback,
I'll
all
make
kinds
my
of things.
Yeah.
Oh, these look awesome.
Thank you. We make our knives out of 1095 high carbon steel, and our handles are a combination of what you're seeing today is diamond wood to all kinds of different G10 colors.
Thanks for stopping by our booth.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate that.
It was nice to meet you guys.
Jeff.
Trevin, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Serva, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, Bob.
Thank you.
All right. Yep, you guys have a great day.
Hey, let's go over here. I want to do this here.
What?
Cigar Club. Here's another thing I never knew about. Even old dog gonna learn new tricks right here. NRA Cigar Club. I didn't even know this stuff existed. I'm coming by here and I don't smoke, but I love the smell of cigars. And I seen this, I'm like, wow, this is phenomenal.
I'll
This is
smoke a
phenomenal.
cigar.
Huh?
I'll smoke a cigar.
All right, you can smoke it and
You can smell it, I'll smoke it. How
I'll
about
drink
that?
beer.
Yeah.
How's that? I'll drink beer.
I don't drink, I'll smoke, and then you can smell the smoke.
Yeah, my mom will still yell at me. So.
Yeah. Here's Bob checking out scopes and furs.
Checking out these furs because years ago I used to coyote hunt with friends upstate New York, and I used to trap in upper northern New Jersey when I was younger. They're not really looking at trapping here, but they got here all basically night vision and thermals, basically thermals type scopes and that. So you see a little bit of everything at the NRA. Even people bring their dogs with them.
Yeah, got a dog.
You're a loyal local dog, bring it with you. But yeah, you got thermal scopes, regular optics, red dots, everything here at the NRA.
Yeah. Lola wouldn't be able to handle it here.
No,
She'd be trying to
nuts.
say hi to everybody.
Yeah, she'd be going crazy. This brings back the old days on the farm with me. Okay, my uncle's farm in northern New Jersey. We used to do a lot of hunting, and they had 900 acres and dairy farm, and also playing a lot of corn, vegetables, and that. And you know, Kubota, they're big anymore. You know, especially with the smaller hobby farms and that. They're set up here at the NRA also. You know, and I mean, I'm not used to these. I'm used to the old Ford 8N, you know, or International Harvester. I even cut my teeth baling hay and hand clutch, which was crazy. I didn't even know such thing existed, but it did at one time. So real interesting items here you'll see at the NRA show, a little bit of everything. Warwick Tactical here, they got some really neat, cool products. They make some, you know, different type of textures for the Prodigy on the Springfield. Really feels nice, and they got different variations of it, so that's really cool. Also, they're doing rifle. You're doing the receivers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the actions. They're actually making the whole actions here. I call it mechanical art. I'm a tool maker by trade. Actually, I went to Williamsport.
Okay.
And I took all my tooling technology degree there, and then from there. Recruited into IBM, and I took a journeyman's course there. So, you know, for 2 years, and then I worked in a tool room and did everything, gauges, fixtures, molds, dies, you name it. And then I got into engineering. So then I got bored, and then I quit, and then I started this stuff. So, you know, we got the whole family doing it now. Another family business, you know, making some beautiful products. And one thing I always refer to stuff like this is, you know, it's more than just a mechanical instrument. It's more than just a tool. You know, it's mechanical art, I call it. Most people, you know, don't know because I build guns all day. This is probably the first time I've said this other than people that I know. But at nighttime, Bob does pottery. Yep, I make pottery. And why? I just like pottery, all right? I like art. I've always been into art. I guess it's maybe my creative half that's like that. So when I come and I see things like this, you know, it just is, it's not just the actual mechanics that went into this and the engineering. It's like somebody put a lot of thought into making this product just really special. Again, people ask me like, okay, Bob, you own your own company. Why are you doing this for other people? Well, we're all small family businesses here, so we're all gonna work together. It's just the way it is, and we love doing that. So we support each other. You know, these guys I'm gonna need a rifle someday, and guess what? He's gonna need a handgun. I think he already been at our booth, right? Yeah, so, okay, he's been already shopping our handguns. So, you know, we might be able to do some bargaining, and Bob ends up with one of these beautiful things in my closet, and he ends up with some nice handguns in his closet. So
Chick-fil-A's always got a line.
I don't wait in the line for nothing.
Tactical underwear.
Okay.
I don't know, I might have to do a commercial, a swimsuit.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think?
This is all right.
Bob, you're not supposed to fondle the...
No, but I'm just like, you know.
This goes underneath?
So it's sewn
Yeah.
in.
Oh, it's sewn in. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's just a little pocket that we have.
So I can put my stash in here and stuff. Well, hold that. We'll hold the beer can. Now I got some double use for this thing. All right, guys. Again, going through the NRA show and something unique. Okay. See, I know everybody thought this was Bob here with the ribs. You know, this 6-pack sticking out. All right. Usually I'm carrying a 6-pack, but again, it's padding. So when you have an inside the waistband holster, which obviously we do for our XP pistols and XF pistols that Tactical are making for us. This is another nice accessory, okay? So you have your gun poking you or, it's uncomfortable. Well, they already have this sewn in. So you have a nice padded area and they make it in different positions. And that way, again, it's more comfort for you when you're carrying in that. So, and they make different colors. So again, you're not wearing the same underwear all week, guys, okay? I get yelled at sometimes, but anyhow.
Day 2 is going to be a lot more footage. I mean, yesterday I was beat, man. It had a lot to do with being up since 3 in the morning and not sleeping very much. I mean, there's got to be coffee somewhere close.
All right, you wanna
Sure, we can do
start rolling, and then we'll go from there. Hello, folks. This is Bob Serva from Fusion Firearms. I'm here today with Griffin. He's from Accushoot. It's kind of a really cool concept that I have not seen. It's again kind of a targeting game, and I've seen them used with lasers and things of that nature. And this one, Griffin educated me on this because the first thing I looked at this, I thought it was just another laser-based system. But actually, what's so cool about this is really meant for live fire and practical application. So I've seen a lot of really good attributes to this whole system. I guess, Griffin, you can tell me on the video part of it that's down here. I guess you guys can change that to different scenarios and all those type of things.
If it can be filmed, it can be put on screen.
Okay.
And we've got an advanced software stack. We're not showing it here at a family show, but we're able to take body cam footage and turn it into a shootable scenario with the software identifying the shoot and no shoot and when. So people can train as realistic as that, or we take classic drills and animate them because bad guys don't stand still waiting to get shot, so we can have moving targets.
Another thing I'm just popped into my mind is like LE training, okay? Obviously, most law enforcement's carrying cameras on them anymore. They either got a dash camera in the car, they're carrying a camera on them. When I look at that, obviously nobody's perfect, so sometimes mistakes are made, okay? So really in those situations, or say it's not a mistake, okay, and say it's like it was a perfect application of whatever had to happen, okay? You could actually use that footage to train other officers.
Absolutely.
So
the same decision-making process, and because every shot is timed and scored and recorded to the user account, you can look at how long was that decision process? When did they take the shot versus when did someone else take a shot?
It's cool that you can use a real firearm because you're getting the true recoil, the true feeling of the firearm.
You're not developing the training scars that unfortunately some of the laser systems create because it's too light. Trigger's weird, the grip's different, there's no recoil.
No, I agree, and even though you're doing it in a video base, you could set this video base up in say a shoot house or something.
Yes.
And you could have several of these.
Absolutely.
So like you would move from station to station and be able to have like whatever, a hostage situation in one area, and then maybe you have a car situation in another area, and pedestrians.
Change what that room shows with a tap on a tablet or a phone. Instead of having to move still props and furniture stuff, but rather than it always being like, okay, there's going to be a dummy in the corner, that kind of thing. No, you come around the corner to a screen depicting a real world event.
So that actually expands this system to more than just a typical training where everybody's going shooting the same scenario. Everybody's going,
Even with the drills and in games that we have varying difficulty levels, varying speeds. You can change the distance to the target by tap it on a tablet, and now that easy 5-yard shot becomes a more challenging 15 or 20-yard shot.
Wow.
Yeah, if it can be dreamt
Intense.
up, we can make it. Every shot timed, scored, documented to that drill, to that user's account, so you can go back through and track progress. You can compare, A/B test different guns.
So even customers at ranges, they could actually hook a printer up with this with the software, so they could print it out that, okay, last month when I came in practice, you can do it on your phone?
It goes right to your phone. When the drill's done, it's on your account on your phone.
See, I'm old school. Well, hey, thank you very much for explaining this, because when I came over here, I was thinking I was going to be doing like a video game, and I'm not. This is actually real. So
Yes.
I see some big application for this, and I really wish you guys all luck. Anticipating that, you know, this was going to be such an enjoyable trip, and that I learned a lot here, you know, not just working with customers and things, which, you know, we always learn feedback from our customers and our gun tube people and range guys we work with and everything. That's a big experience for us, but and a great experience, because it gives us feedback on how to make a better product for their application. But when it comes to something like this, I'm also learning that don't judge a book by its cover, you know, like my mom always told me. Still does. Now that I'm here and I'm seeing some of the beautiful parks, and you know how well it's kept and how clean it is and how safe I feel on these streets, you know, I got to give it to Atlanta for keeping these type of areas beautiful like this. This has really surprised me, and you know, I got to admit that it's really changed my mind about Atlanta, because again, it's never been my cup of tea, but it looks like we got a wedding coming up here. Somebody get married?
I don't know.
I have to give him a heart. You guys got a wedding? A tea party? Whoa!
Obviously, customer relations helped out a lot. People are loving the XP comp. Hopefully finalize it over the summer. And
so it's like a big, so this is like
You look pretty on camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Use that smile. What do you think,
It
Mike?
was packed.
what I think?
Let me see your pretty
They
side.
got tables in there?
There you go.
Like table, and it's a big book.
So that's like a restaurant inside
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Bob's talking to women down
So
there.
they had somebody singing.
Bob, they already have Really? Let's go. Get killed by a scooter. Look at these guys go. Why do I gotta walk everywhere when you got scooters and stuff?
Yeah.
I figured they were all having a wedding or something. Like they had this thing, it's called a tea party. I said, well, where's this tea party? And the bus just dropped them off. Yeah. And they have this bus, and it's set up like a restaurant inside the bus. And they have like all types of teas. They have all these like fancy desserts they bring out. They wait on. They have a singer on the bus that sings.
This just shows you at 62 you can get excited for singers and
but I mean,
desserts,
it's like-
baby.
All right, now we're going uphill.
Yeah.
This is a part I don't like, guys. Tell Mikey's gonna hurt himself. Get off that scooter.
Yeah. Is he on a scooter?
No, he's looking at me.
Okay. We don't need him falling off.
No. Mike, don't do it. Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. You're always thirsty.
I know. It's time. Might have a few beers here, so
By that time.
it says that time.
Alrighty, Bob. Day 3. Capital City Private Club. It's where all the dirty politicians meet.
Yeah. There's such a thing.
Yeah. No, they're all shiny. They're all great. I don't know if this is far enough away. Get both of us, but like the actual vloggers.
Yeah.
Where we turned into those guys.
Oh, those guys.
We're walking down the street with a camera held to our face.
Oh yeah.
We
Show
met.
show's phenomenal so far.
The amount of people that we met was insane. We got a down scooter.
Yesterday, we closed the place down talking to a silencer company that we're going to start working with. So we'll have, you know, silencers. I kind of grew up in northern New Jersey and upstate New York. You know, those states, it's illegal to have a suppressor of any sort. So, you know, Florida, you know, being in the South, there's no issues with that stuff.
Day 3, we're in the building. Coffee.
Yeah. We'll come back out. And
Yeah, we
grab
should
it.
probably wait.
Last day of the NRA show. You can hear I'm losing my voice. We're talking to so many people and running a lot of video and getting around the show. So it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of people asking us about all the new accessory items coming out and aftermarket parts for the XP, the XF, the new mag extensions. Yes, these will be available in a few weeks. There'll be different colors of these. Very nice design, good grip, good handling. Good area to pull from, so when you're pulling out of your mag pouch. That's been a big, everybody's been loving these. Plus they'll go basically on any Glock mag, so they'll fit on the bottom.
Yep, and they come with the spring too.
Yep, also
Glock
comes in a
17.
kit. The kit will come with the actual mag extension, the base plate, and the spring itself, so you get a new spring. The other items that obviously been real hot are the new ported barrels for the XP. We can't keep them in stock. If you've been following us, their first batch that we ran, they were sold out in like 3 hours. So it's craziness. They will also be available over the next 7 days or so. I know a lot of people have been pre-ordering some of this stuff because they're waiting in line for some of these items. And we're going as fast as we can with those items to get them to you. So,
and we're gonna have these fluted versions as well coming out on the website pretty soon. So,
low profile slide stops, obviously those are out already. And we did, again, sell out of all those, and we just ran another batch. So those, we'll have a lot more of those coming.
Yeah, we got chrome ones too.
We also have single-sided thumb safeties for people that don't want the ambi. That'll also come with another pin for the hammer pin, so you don't have that pin sticking out the other side that captures the weak side of the thumb safety. I'm not a big gas pedal guy, but I see the use for it. It'll help people shoot a little bit better and keep their pistol in alignment. Actually, this has been at the show here. A lot of people are liking this. I thought it was sticking out a little bit more than I liked. It was, a little bit bigger, but it's amazing how many people have come over and want this. And we also are working with Tactical for a holster design, and the holster will fit this, because I know other people have had concerns about the holsters. When you get something this big in there, it's like, okay, am I gonna have problems with my holster? And no, you won't, because we have a new holster design coming out that will work with this gas pedal.
And then we have if you don't want that, we have a gas pedal slide stop also coming out.
The grip textures, okay, we are working on other grip textures. We're making more aggressive and things of that nature, and matching up the mainspring housings. Also, the G10 grips will be coming shortly here. We're working on those. We're also working on the G10 magwell and the G10 mainspring housing to match that lower grip section. But one thing we've done is working with a few companies with the tape, grip tape, and the grip tape's been really good. You get a kit, okay? This is obviously the bigger piece. These are the new ones for the XF pistol. These are the prototypes. So you're gonna have about 4 different textures that we offer in this, sand textures and rubber textures. And again, it comes in a kit, just like the ones for the XP Pro and the XF. It comes with this. It comes with a back strap section that you can put on. It comes with some pieces for the frame. We've done this to a couple pistols at the shop. It really works well.
And Handle It Grips
really
has a bunch of other options too.
Right.
So
Yeah,
if you don't like those, they got other
Right,
options.
they've got, I think, eight or 10 different options that they sent us for samples. We selected 4 for the website to start with.
And then they have different colors for like everything.
We got a lot going on here. You can see we have so much new products coming out. And again, it's from feedback from our customers, our gun tubers who have been shooting things, competition shooters that are starting to shoot our pistols and that. And they're coming back and asking us about items. And, it helps us develop all these products. It only makes us better. So, we really enjoy working with all these people, and it's been phenomenal. And we've got to meet so many of them here at the NRA show. Then one of the hottest things at the show right now is the new comp models based off the XP pistol, Glock magazines. We're also developing more springs for these because we understand, how you guys work with the comps and different ammo. We also have guys that have asked for just a solid sight block up front. And yes, we're going to be working on that also, a solid sight block up front here. So again, this has been one of the hottest tickets going.
Yeah, and we're still developing it. So we got quite a bit, that we're looking at different features to add, a bunch of different stuff. We're shooting for late this year, so just be on the lookout. If you got any feedback, leave it down below. We'll also be having a video come out here shortly, probably after the NRA. We'll do kind of an update on different designs that we're looking at, and then of course just getting feedback from all the customers and the influencers as well. So
people who specify their business in compensation and the porting, and we'll be working with those to get them in their hands, see how they like them, see how the guns are reacting, see how we can make improvements to the internal compensation chamber, things of that nature. And then we'll be introducing the final product. It's very close to the final design, but now we're in the fine-tuning stages. Now we just gotta ensure that all the mechanics are the way we want it. And as long as those mechanics are the way we want it, boom, we'll be releasing it. But again, we will be, taking those steps and working with all these people. And as we do, we'll definitely, we'll bring you guys in on all this stuff, because we'll be doing videos with these guys. They'll be sending us videos of some of the testing they do and everything of that nature, so we can show you how we're taking these steps to develop this product. And then you can feedback in the comments, which will be just phenomenal. Give us feedback in the comments, and again, we take it under consideration. Even me, I sit there first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm reading all the comments on YouTube and Instagram and everything, because we want to understand and be in touch with our customer base as much as possible. So again, we thank you for all those efforts that you've made from your side. It's not just another one to test or another one to run a video on. They're actually loving it, that they're part of the heart and soul that we're putting into these pistols. So
one other feature too that I don't think we mentioned is we're not using threads. So if you're in places that don't allow threaded barrels,
correct,
you'll be able to hopefully acquire one.
So, right.
We got the last day. We'll be walking around, but everybody's starting to walk in now. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a little walk. We got can you turn your mic on?
There's a lot of dynamic history here at the NRA. You're going to go here and you're going to see all types of veterans groups and all types of clubs that will be going down through that section here pretty soon.
Oh, here.
It looks like XP Pros.
Tyler and I spent some money with the Smoky Mountain Knife Company last year.
Yeah. You guys spent some money at the knife company. Tyler came back to the booth with a new knife too.
Yeah, already at the show.
Already.
We'll have to show that.
Yeah.
Had to buy a one-of-a-kind ProTech.
I told him his mother probably wouldn't let him have it, but he said he called his mom already. So.
Yeah.
People from the VFW are here on the corner from Georgia. So it's like you can come here and actually meet these people, talk to them, get a feel for what everybody had to go through to keep our freedoms, that we have today. I think so many people forget and don't recognize a lot of sacrifices people have made, to make sure that we can come to shows like this, to make sure that, the suppressors we were just talking about, starting to work with and things like that we can still freely have those items. And it's men like this here and ladies like this that have really done a lot through history to make sure that our freedoms are still secure. You've got a timeline here for 1911, which is so cool, that shows all the different 1911 pistols and basically the transformation, what was used for battle weapons and service weapons from the development all the way out to the end. And we'll pan through this and go through it a little bit. And you'll see it's quite extensive, the lineup they have here. They also have a lot of different handguns that 1911 models that different generals carried and guys that did a lot of service work. You also look at some of the real old 1909 version here, which doesn't even totally really represent a 1911 the way we have today. Well, most of these won't, some of them obviously you can make out their GI government version, but they go through everything. And if you look down here, you'll see even the parts. They show you a lot of the different parts. This is a repair kit issued to company armors, in the military. If you look here, they had a 38 ACP 380 right here. Okay, that was one of the ones in 1903. You can see the preliminary start of the design, and moves up to 1909 here. You got 1907 over here, Army contract pistol, which, to be honest, I've never seen one of these myself, even though I've been building these my whole life. But you look at the way it had a small spur hammer, and you had looks like a little tiny beaver tail up there, which is like, yeah, it does. You have one on the left here, you can see it. You have a grip safety and a lanyard, which, you know, it's much different than what we see today. And it's amazing that a pistol has been around for this long and that the public, it's still acceptable to the public, and it's still winning matches, and it still has its place in a lot of people's hearts, and you know, for practical use right now, it still has a lot of practical use. You got old powder horns here, you got muzzle loaders, flintlock pistols, swords. The historical value of a lot of this that you're seeing is just tremendous. Find this type of you know, history in one spot, especially if you're interested in the outdoors. You even got a tomahawk here, which is beautifully made. You blow through the handle. You even got a spear. They actually use these in battle, huh? Really?
Well, originally it was longer. The South used these during the Civil War.
Really?
That's how you got cavalry off their horses. You had like a 14-foot pike.
Really? And you use this?
Yeah, you get down low, they can't reach you with the sword or whatever.
Yeah.
You put it into the horse, that brings the horse with it.
Wow.
From the naval heavy, they use it on all the ships.
Really?
That's where
Boarding
lakes.
So if somebody was trying to board a ship, they'd use these to...
Lined up, and they usually had, a lot of them had metal spikes that would coming in through the bottom of the deck or at the top of the deck.
Really?
Had something, so it's like a fungi stick.
Well, thanks for bringing this stuff, guys. I'm 62 years old, I'm still learning things. That's great.
Something at every show.
And if you're not learning something, you're not like reading some of the plaques.
Yeah, for all you collectors associations, to get in one spot is actually real valuable. Maybe they go to the Winchester Museum or something, but really all you really see is Winchester. You know, you don't really see Colt and Smith & Wesson and the 1911 development and, you know, all this other stuff.
Yeah, we do a gun show in Maryland, you know, incredible amount of all this stuff. And the difference is, if you see something you like, you might be able to buy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can buy pieces of history there?
When is that? When do they usually have that?
March 21st, 22nd of next year. It'll be our 70th year.
I wonder if you even go to schools, how many history teachers even knew that during the Revolutionary War that something like this was still being used. This is really needed because schools aren't teaching shit anymore. So firearms of World War II, toward the bottom you have the Ariska. When I was younger, these were some of the first rifles I ever sporterized. My uncle had some of these he brought back. They were called 6.5 Jap and 7.7 Jap. And I actually had some of each. Actually, the exact configuration is this. I sporterized some. And the craziest thing, back when I was younger, actually when I got out of college and I moved to New York, I started a little gun shop, and there was a guy that would stop by with military surplus stuff. And he would bring, and this is no kidding, he would bring 55-gallon drums of these rifles, all stacked in 55-gallon drums. Now, they were in pretty rough shape, and I could buy them for like $35. The 6.5 shot real well. The 7.7 that I had, horrible. Some reason it always tumbled bullets, and it never shot well. So part of the game with that rifle, or at least the one I got. So what is your uniform?
Polish reward.
From where?
Poland.
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 Okay.
Yeah, because this is Polish, you see the Polish shooting collector.
Okay. My great-grandfather was from Russia and great-grandmother. They came over to the United States in 1903 or something like that. My grandfather was only a year old. In the part by Ukraine and that area, and they spoke Polish, and they spoke, but it was broken. They had Russian, Polish mix, because all those countries are kind of, you know, blended together there, kind of in those border towns, you know.
Like here, you know, we two only votes away, and we will be speaking German.
Yeah. Did you come from Poland to here?
From Poland.
Okay.
We are refugees. We escaped from communist country. Yeah?
Oh wow, wow.
You know, the Poland was under the communists, you know.
Right.
In 1933, in 1973, I came in 1986. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 13 years older Hamburger than I am.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because, you know, one time we were drinking, we were golfing with the local business guy, you know.
A Polish guy drinking?
No. And I quit the golfing, you know why? Because, you know, they were always party after the golfing, okay? And, you know, they were hard to come home, you know. And we were drinking, and then the guy told me, you know, I came 1967, in 1970, another one 1961, second 78. I told him, you know what? I am the youngest Hamburger with you guys.
So you're the young guy. You're the young guy.
Who came here, you know? So far in Poland as a collector, not even 2 months ago I bought it, you know, I still have it in the dealer, M16.
Yeah.
From 1966. I have this STG-44, MP40, Thompson, 28, M1A, PPS-41 for 1944, 1945, brand new Uzi. I got a lot of toys. That one, the lower one, this is a mountain rifle. We are living in the mountains, okay? They were German, they were like, and my grandfather, great-grandfather house, they were German soldier, you know, border, watching the border. They have this kind of rifle. That one was made in 1950 in Germany and captured by Poles, 1980, redone and every redone because of all the proof are captured by German again in 1939, you know, in 1939, and German leave all the stamps, everything.
Wow.
And redone by Luftwaffe. There are only 15,000 those rifles made.
But it's so incredible that rifle was somehow captured by the Polish people, used by the Polish people, and then recaptured by the German people, and used again by the German.
And here, my grandfather brought it 1939 and brought it Polish Redon, yeah? And when I start collecting, I have only, you know, one. Right now I have over 200.
Wow. Just such an amazing thing that, you know, that you take the effort to bring this out for all of us to see. So
you're always going to spend money for toys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, very nice meeting you, Walter.
Okay.
We'll be around again, and hopefully you're here again next year. Okay. We'd love to see you again, and we'll come by and say hi. Nice to meet you. Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nice to talk to
you. Thank you. Things like that. Where are you going to see all that history? And be able to talk to somebody who came from Poland and his family went through all that stuff. So again, these things are so valuable for like all of us to really understand the history behind it and all that people had to go through again to make sure that our children do have the freedoms today that we do have, you know, and so much of that was related to the firearms industry, because without being able to protect ourselves, protect our families, protect our country, you have nothing else, okay? We're exiting the SHOT Show now. It's time to leave, at least for us. This is another rule they have in Atlanta. You can't put any thing with rollers on an escalator. Hey, here's the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle, man. You know, again, we're taking the right steps of feedback we've gotten from all of you out there, and that's really helped us develop these new projects.
Bob's trying to get us an Uber.
Yeah, man. 4.96 rating. This is a good one.
All righty. Thank you very much. Alrighty guys, we made it to the airport. Ready to go inside, fly.
Check it out. Hopefully we got some seats on a plane. If not, we'll be sitting around till the next flight. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, bye-bye.